Hello, this is the installation video for the eFill Ink CIS. The video will be a good guide for all the Epson printers including the R1800, R2400, 2200, 2100. Begin by checking all the parts that comes with the package. The first step is to install the cartridge for chip recognition. The cartridge cover should be removed. Use a firm force to pull the cover away from the printer while pressure is applied to the hinge. During the chip test, hold the ink ribbon to make sure it does not get caught by any part of the printer. If there is a problem with the chip test, reseat the cartridge and test again to make sure the printer recognizes the cartridge. Find the markings on the connector. Match the key code to what is on the ink tank. The key connector will fit only one way to the tank and it's not likely that you will have a mix-up. When installing the connector, alternate the pressure applied as seen in the video when turning the screws. Tighten it with your fingers. Do not over-tight to avoid breaking the screws. Install the batteries to test the low ink alert sensors. All the lights should be flashing, buzzer sound indicating the alert does work. When lifting the color-coded caps, place one finger below the two connectors and lift gently. This will avoid breaking the delicate part. When filling the tank, be careful to match the color to the color-coded bottles. The markings on top of the tank should match the marking on the ink bottle. After filling the bottles with ink, leave the caps open. Notice the flashing lights and the buzzers stop. Only the green LED should be flashing, indicating the alert cycle is working and everything is functioning. Use high-capacity rechargeable battery to power the system. An AC-DC power converter may be added to the alert system, but I will have to do some testing to make sure it works. With the cartridge upside down, use a rubber band to keep all the cartridges together. When inserting the syringe, note that the seals are already open from the chip test. This is important because it is easier for the syringe to be inserted. Insert the syringe to pass the rubber seal with a firm force. This will open the spring-loaded valve, so you will almost feel that you have to force it a little bit too much. Give the syringe an angle so that air will pass. Do this on one cartridge to learn how it is done before moving on to the next one. Remove all the air bubbles as you draw ink into the cartridge. The excess ink will be returned to the ink bottle, not to the CIS tank. When mounting the T-bracket or the crossbar onto the printer for the mounting of the ink ribbon, look for the markings on the ribbon. The direction of the ink ribbon is away from the cartridge as seen in the video. You want to keep the ink ribbon center. Make sure the ribbon does not touch the track or the piece of wheel. The ribbon should be able to move freely without touching anything. Avoid printing if you have to be away from the printer. With the R1800 and the R2400, a couple of auto nozzle checks should give you a good pattern. With the other printers, print a solid color block pattern provided. The printer should be set at photo setting for this print test. If you notice banding, you should elevate the tank 1 or 2 inches above the cartridge while the printer is cleaning the nozzle. As soon as one cleaning cycle is completed, the tank should be placed back to the desk. Print a couple of more test pages to confirm the prints come out perfectly. After confirming there's no ink dripping onto the test page and the test patterns are good, the tank should be placed on the stand, and this is the ideal position for the tank. The cleaning cycle should be limited to 2 times or 2 complete auto nozzle check cycles. If the pattern shows improvement but still not perfect, you may want to leave the printer for a few hours to let the air bubbles in the cartridge rise to the top. The inks will soak into the nozzle and then you will return to run the nozzle check. You are likely to get a perfect pattern.